Understand what is pro rata allotment? Not rata, rata. Now, see here, practically the oversubscription of shares is much more than what we have seen so far in the questions. Like so far we have been saying 1,20,000 applications received against 80,000 shares issued. So 80,000 issued, applications 1,20,000, oversubscription of only 40,000. Or 120 issued, 180 received, 60,000 oversubscription, something like this. But practically if you see like last 1 year, recently we had last year the IPO of DMart. IPO is initial public offering. 110 times oversubscribed. Means they issued many more shares, but suppose they issued 5 lakh shares. 110 times means 5 crore 50 lakhs applications received. The company is so famous, having so good reputation. Everyone wants to be a part of that company. So many people applied for the shares. 110 times oversubscription. Now it becomes very difficult for the company to reject so many people. Like if they allot 5 lakh shares, that means they have to reject. Allot. If they allot 5 lakh shares, then they have to reject 5 crore 45 lakh applications. So here what the company does is, they divide the shares, applications received into 3 categories generally. First category, those applicants where they think they can allot full amount of shares. Means company also does not want that the ownership goes to few number of people only. It should go to maximum people. So one category of shares, let us say category A, who has applied for very limited and normal number of shares, company gives them full allotment. Let us take a simple example. Suppose company issued 1,50,000 shares. How many shares? 1,50,000. And we have 2 groups. One who has applied for 2 lakh shares, one who has applied for 1 lakh shares. Means company has issued 150, but 2 and 1 company has received 3 lakh applications. Now what does the company do? The applications which are received, 2:1 ratio they allotted. Total issued are 150. So 150 into 1/3, 50,000 shares they allot to this group. And 150 into 2/3, 1 lakh shares they allot to this group. So you applied for 2 lakhs, you get 1 lakh. You applied for 1 lakh, you get 50,000. Half of shares you both get. This kind of justified allotment is called pro rata allotment. So what does the company do? Company divide whatever applications are received into 3 categories. Whatever applications they receive, generally they divide into 3 categories. One category where they can make full allotment. Second category where they make no allotment, they reject it straight away. And which methods they use? Statistical, probability methods. They use such methods to allot the shares. Okay, sampling is used, etc. So randomly shares are allotted so that everyone gets equal chance of getting the allotment. Some shares they make full allotment, some shares no allotment, and some shares they make proportionate allotment. Proportionate means, as I said, 2/3, 1/3. So everyone will get 2/3 shares. If in this you apply for 2 lakhs. In this 2 lakhs, if Shrishti has subscribed for 1,000 shares, then she'll get 1,000 into 2/3. Asha has subscribed for 1500 shares, you will get 1500 into 2. Everyone will get 2. Okay, so everyone will get proportionate. This category is called pro rata allotment. So pro rata means proportionate. Okay, in whichever category you make proportionate allotment, justified allotment, where everyone gets some shares, that allotment is called pro rata allotment. Is everyone of you clear with it?
Yes.
Now, understand the point basically. What is the benefit to the shareholder as well as to the company? Shareholder simple benefit, they get the shares, which otherwise they would not have got. If straight away out of 3 lakhs, one group of shares, 1,50,000, they give the shares, and remaining all 150 they reject, then some people get no shares. But here what happens? Everyone gets some amount allotment of shares. Benefit to the shareholders, majority people get the chance to participate in the company. Benefit to the company, they don't have to refund much amount. What the company does is, like against 2 lakhs, how many are allotted to them? 1 lakh. Suppose application money is 2 rupees. Then they paid to the company 2 lakhs into 2? 4 lakhs. But company allotted them 1 lakh. So they should have paid 1 lakh into 2? 2 lakhs only. Company is left out with the surplus of 2 lakh rupees. I repeat. They applied for how many shares?
2 lakhs.
So they paid to the company application money, suppose it is 2 rupees. They have paid 2 lakhs into 2? 4 lakhs. And we have allotted them 1 lakh. So they should have paid 1 lakh into 2 lakhs. How much more they have paid? 2 lakh rupees. Company does not refund that. Because soon they have to pay allotment and call money. They adjust with it. Suppose allotment is 3 rupees. Then same 1 lakh shares they have to pay after some time 1 lakh into 3? 3 lakhs. Soon the allotment money will become due. There they'll adjust their 2 lakhs of surplus. And they will pay only the balance amount of 1 lakh. So what is mainly done in pro rata allotment is, whatever surplus application money is received, that is adjusted towards allotment. If still there is surplus, you adjust with call also. Still there is any surplus, then you refund. Only then you refund. Did you understand it? Here you straight away refund because no allotment is made. And here no question of adjustment or refund because full allotment is done. But in pro rata allotment, what does the company do? Whatever surplus money is received in application, some amount of that is surplus remains, they adjust with allotment. Still after adjustment of allotment, if surplus remains, they adjust with cost. Still if surplus remains, they refund. Did you understand it? For that, how to make the workings, understand it. 8 columnar workings will come. So listen carefully. First is categories. Second is, I want complete attention, it's very important topic. It was not there in syllabus until last year. It was directly done in college, second year graduate level. They have kept in 12th standard. So it's important topic, be attentive. Number of applications received. Second column, number of applications received. Third, application. Yes, what is going on now? I want complete silence. Application money received. Then fourth, number of shares allotted. Based on the number of shares allotted, we will find application money due. So how would you find this application money received? Application money received would be obtained as number of applications multiplied by applications installment. And how do you find application money due? Number of shares allotted into applications installment. Like I discussed right now. They applied for 2 lakh shares. So we'll receive 2 lakhs into 2, 4 lakhs. But we allotted them 1 lakh. So what was due from them? 1 lakh into 2 lakhs. Difference of these two amounts. Application, money received and due. The difference of these two amounts is surplus. Did you understand it? This surplus either the company will do adjustment with allotment. First they'll adjust it with allotments installment. Still if any surplus remains, they'll adjust it with call installment. Still if any surplus remains, they will. Did you understand this? So 8 columns are to be made. First is category. Second, number of applications received. Then application money received. Number of shares allotted. Application money due. Surplus adjusted with allotment, call and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Got it everyone? Any confusions?
No.
So show this first. First write down a brief note on pro rata. Write down. When the shares are, yes, what happened? When the shares are oversubscribed, company makes proportionate allotment to certain number of applicants proportionate allotment to certain number of applicants so that the allotment is done in justified manner and majority applicants get the allotment of shares. Why this procedure is done? So that company wants maximum people get the allotment of shares. I repeat, so that allotment is done in justified manner and majority people get the allotment of shares. So this procedure is called pro rata allotment. This procedure is called pro rata allotment. Okay, that proportionate categories procedure is called pro rata allotment. Did you understand this, everyone? Any doubt in it? Now show this workings. Then we solve the full-fledged question with 4 features. This working will come in between called up capital and amount forfeited. Means first working will be installment, second called up capital, third pro rata, fourth amount forfeited. It will come in between called up capital and amount forfeited.
Can you increase the temperature?
Write it down fast. We have to see the entry yet. And then we have to solve a question also. So write it down fast. Done with the workings, everyone? Now put your pens down. Now understand how the amounts will come here. in the journal entry. First of all the journal entries will remain same. Only second entry, that is or at the time of second entry, when do we pass it? At the time of allotment of shares. Share application to bank to share capital, only second entry will change. All other entries, 6, 8, whatever number of entries are there, depending on the number of installments, they will remain same. Only second entry is affected. Got it, everyone? One more thing, this surplus amount itself we have to adjust with allotment. Still surplus remains, call. Still surplus remains. Did you understand this? Now, how the second entry is affected, understand? All other entries will remain same. Put your pens down. Share application account debit. Share application account debit to bank account. Whatever amount we have to refund. To share capital account. Whatever application money is transferred to share capital. Now to share allotment account. Whatever surplus money of application gets adjusted with allotment, that amount you transfer from application money, that you transfer to share allotment account. Same way, whatever surplus money gets adjusted with call money to, no, not share call, to calls in advance account. Now understand this. Why share allotment and why not share call? Or why calls in advance and why not allotment in advance? Why these two specific accounts? Therefore, I discussed in the beginning itself right now. What is the heading of second entry? When do we pass the second entry? On allotment of shares. Means when you pass this entry, the shares are allotted at that time. So allotment money already becomes due. This entry is passed at the time of allotment of shares. First you receive the applications, then you allot the shares. As soon as you allot the shares, you ask for allotment money immediately. So when you pass this entry, allotment money becomes due. You pass this entry at the time of allotment of shares. So allotments money, whatever adjustment goes till allotment, straight away we transfer to share allotment account. Because this entry is passed when allotment money becomes due. But call money is going to become due in future. So therefore, whatever money you receive towards the call, we transfer it to calls in advance. Once again, share allotment, because this entry is passed at the time of allotment of shares. So allotment money as such becomes due. Therefore, directly whatever money adjustment is made in allotment, you transfer it to share allotment. But calls are going to become due in future. So whatever money is received towards the call, we transfer it to calls in advance. Is everyone clear with it? Now, once we make this pro rata workings, then all the amounts will obtain from pro rata workings. This share application account debit with application money received. Okay? Share application account debit with application money received. Understood that, everyone? Then to bank account with the amount of refund. Share capital with application money due. Because whatever number of shares are allotted to you, only that much amount of applications money will go to share capital. So share capital with the application money due. Share allotment with adjustment made towards allotment, and calls in advance with adjustment made towards call. All the amounts you get from this workings. Okay? What amount will you take in share application? Application money? Receipt. What amount will you take in bank account? Refund. What amount will you take in share capital? Application money? Due. What amount will you take in share allotment? Adjustment with allotment. And calls in advance? Adjustment with call. By the way, in 12th standard syllabus, so much of oversubscription is not given. That adjustment will go up till call. So theoretically we are doing it, but practically when we solve the questions, you will be able to adjust only up till allotment. After that, no surplus will remain. Is everyone clear with it? So majority of the questions which we will solve, you will have no adjustment with. But in case if it goes with call, then calls in advance. Head on this.
So, what if there is security premium?
Then two security premium will also come.
Then amounts like we used to find like that?
Yes, then this application money what you have, what is due, some amount of that will go to share capital towards the face value, and some amount of that will go to security premium which is towards the premium. Done the entry everyone?
No.
So page number 62, question 90. See, today we'll take up with only simple question with no calls in areas and forfeiture. Means we'll just understand this concept of pro rata allotment. Then tomorrow we'll take up with pro rata's question with forfeiture and calls in areas. So page 62, question 90. You'll understand this entry also and this workings also with this question. Sheetal Electronics Limited issued 1,20,000 equity shares to the public at ₹10 per share. Company called up the amount as under. On application ₹3 per share. On allotment ₹3 per share, and on final call ₹4 per share. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10. 3 installments, 6 entries will be there. Now applications were received from public for 1,80,000 shares. So oversubscription. But here, it's not that first entry 180, second entry refund 60, all others 120. No. Now there is pro rata. So in this reference, allocation was made by company as under. First, full allotment was made to the applicants of 48,000 shares. So this is not pro rata. First category, number of applications received 48,000. Number of shares allotted also 48,000. Here no surplus will remain, so no adjustment is to be done. Because they applied 48,000, you allotted, so no surplus will remain. Full allotment is done. Second category, not a single share was allotted to the applicants of 36,000 shares. So, what are the number of applications received? 36,000, and shares allotted 0. This is rejected category. Here, whatever money you receive, straight away refund, because you have not allotted any shares. So second category we will have to do full refund. Here also no adjustment comes. Third one, 72,000 shares were allotted to the applicants of 96,000. Here it is pro rata allotment. How many applications are received in third category? 96,000. And how many shares we have allotted them? 72,000. Here surplus will remain. That we have to adjust with allotment. Still if surplus remains, call. Still if surplus remains, refund. So third category is pro rata allotment. Did everyone understand this? All amounts were received in time. From the above information passed necessary journal entries in the books of the company. Anyone having any doubt in it? So let us make the workings. First working is the normal one. Installments. Be rendered. No calls in areas are there, no premium is there. 3 installments, application, allotment, call. 3, 3, 4 and 10. Heard everyone? Second working mainly we have to make for pro rata allotment. Now this 8 columns, categories, number of applications received, application, money received, number of shares allotted, application, money due, then whatever is the surplus will adjust with allotment, call and refund. But as I said to you, majority cases you will not have adjustment of call. So much of surplus won't be there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be ready now. First category, we have received 48,000 applications. Full allotment means number of shares allotted also 48,000. Fill the second and fourth column simultaneously. Right now, did you understand this? Second category, 36,000 applications received, 0 allotment. No allotment is done. Did you understand this? Not a single share was allotted. Third category, applications received 96,000, shares allotted 72,000. 48, 84, 180. Now see in the question also it's given. How many applications were received? 1,80,000, which you can cross check here. Okay? And 48 and 72? 1,20,000. How many shares were issued by the company? So they cannot allot more than 1,20,000. Did everyone understand this? Now, how will we find application money received? As I said, number of applications received you multiply with application amount. How much is application amount? 3. This will be multiplied with 3. Which 3? Applications amount. Is everyone clear with it? 48,000 into 3, 1,44,000. 36,000 into 3, 1,08,000. 96,000 into 3, 2,88,000. 2, 3, 4, 4, 40, 5, 20, 5, 40. 5,40,000. Any confusion with this? All are clear how is application money received obtained? The number of applications received multiplied by 3 rupees of application. Same way, how we will get this application money due? Number of shares allotted into same application 3 rupees. By mistake, don't take, because you are having number of shares allotted, don't take allotment money. We are just finding that against the shares allotted, how much application money they should have paid. So number of shares allotted word is given, so don't multiply it with allotment. Both are multiplied with same amount of application. Coincidentally here both are 3. If the amount is different, then be careful. Both the columns are to be multiplied with applications amount. Okay? Again 48 into 3, 1,44,000. 0 into 3, 0. 72,000 into 3, 2,16,000.
3,60,000.
Yes, total 3,60,000. Did everyone understand this? Anyone not clear with the first 4 columns? Now, this surplus adjustment I told you will come only in third category, which is pro rata allotment. First category there is no surplus. How do you find the surplus? Difference between third and fifth column. Difference between application money received and due. Here received 144, due 144, no surplus. So no adjustment and no refund. Did you understand this? All of you? Now second category, no allotment is done. Full 1,08,000 we will refund. Second category, no allotments of full refund. Whatever money we have received from them, we will refund back. Did you understand this? Entire surplus. But that you cannot adjust with allotment and call because no allotment is done. So full amount we have to refund. Now third category, understand it. First of all, third category surplus is 2,88,000 minus 2,16,000, 72,000.
Yes. Yes.
Now in this category, allotment money due would be equal to, see we have allotted them 72,000 shares. So later on, they are supposed to pay 72,000 into 3 rupees of allotment. 2,16,000.
Yes.
I repeat it, we have allotted them 72,000 shares. So later on they are supposed to pay 72,000 into 3, 2,16,000. Now we don't have so much surplus, then we can adjust with allotment also and call also. Surplus is only, so full 72,000 we have to adjust only with allotment. Because allotment money due is much more, 2,16,000. Nothing will remain for call and refund. In case, suppose the surplus was 2,72,000, then we would have adjusted 2,16,000 with allotment and remaining 56,000, still the surplus remaining we would have carried forward to call. If still the amount is huge, after call money would be 72 into 4. If it is more than that, then excess amount we would have refunded. But here allotment money, how much will become due? 72,000 into 3, 2,16,000. Surplus is only 72. So entire 72,000 we can adjust only with allotment. We cannot adjust any amount with call and we cannot refund. Means later on, how much allotment money this third category people will pay? Out of 216 we have adjusted 72. So they will pay only the remaining amount. 2,16,000 minus 72. Did everyone of you understand this? So this is just a rough working to understand, but you will never have adjustment with call. So you can always transfer this difference directly to allotment. Is everyone of you clear with it? Show this explanation also. Anyone who is not clear with this explanation? So allotment money, how much is going to become due? 2,16,000, and we are left out with surplus of 72,000. So it can be adjusted only with allotment. Nothing can go towards call or refund. Total 72,000. As I said, nothing will come in the call column and refund 1,08,000. Make the format of journal after this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are in there. Complete silence. Now first entry. Bank account debit to equity share application account. Now no need to show any calculation in bracket. This entry is for application money received 5,40,000. We have done the calculation here. What is the application money received? 5,40,000. Directly you take from the workings. Did everyone of you understand this? Being application money received on $1,80,000 equity shares at the rate of ₹3 each. Now second entry, understand, this one will come. Okay, second entry will change. Very first, equity share application account debit with full amount 5,40,000. Got it, everyone? Then what is next? To bank account. Now bank account with this refund of 1,08,000. Do you all find it? Then to equity share capital account. And discuss new capital will be application money due. So application money due you can see is 3,60,000. So share capital will transfer this 3,60,000. Then to equity share allotment account. Now allotment, we will take from allotments column. Okay, how much amount we are adjusting with allotments installment surplus of 72,000. And calls in advance will not come because no adjustment goes till call. So much of surplus is not there. Is everyone clear with this second entry? Being application money refunded, transferred to share capital, and surplus adjusted with allotment, and surplus adjusted with allotment. Okay. Now third entry. Two entries of application are done. Okay. Now third entry, equity, all other entries will remain same. Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Now this will do in the same traditional manner as we used to do it earlier. Like finally how many shares are issued and allotted by the company? 1,20,000 multiplied by how much is allotments installment? 3. So 3,60,000. Did all of you understand this? So this calculation you'll do in the same manner as we used to do it earlier. Being allotment money due on 1,20,000 equity shares at the rate of ₹3 each. Any confusion in this? Then fourth, do we have any call scenarios? So single entry or combined?
Single.
Bank account debit to equity share allotment account. No call scenario. So what amount? No. We have to adjust this 72. They will not pay that money again. They already paid more in application which we are going to adjust with allotment. So now they will receive only 3,60,000 minus 72,000 of that surplus. 2,88,000. Did all of you understand this? See here. Allotments account you debit with 360. Paid in it. Allotment you debit with 360, you credit with 280, and we already credited with 72. So 288 and 72, 360 gets closed. Out of 3,60,000, we have already received 72,000, which we already transferred to allotment. This difference amount now is received 2,88,000. Is everyone clear with this? Any confusions with this? So two entries of allotment are done, now two entries of call. So being allotment money received after adjusting surplus application money. Understood that? Now normal entry of call, equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account. Same traditional manner as we used to do it earlier. 1,20,000 into call is 4 rupees. So 4,80,000. What everyone? 1,20,000 into 4 of call, 4,80,000. Being final call money due on 1,20,000 equity shares at the rate of ₹4 each. And then again no call scenarios, so single entry, bank account debit to equity share final call account. Now here we'll take full amount 4,80,000. Was there any adjustment done in call here in surplus? So call we have to receive full amount of 4,80,000. Did you understand it? Being final call money received on $1,20,000 equity shares at the rate of ₹4 each.
26,88,000.
26,88,000 is the total. So all are clear with this pro ratas adjustment, how to do it, and then its recording of amounts and entry. Illustration 15.15 will be your homework. Everyone note it down? Illustration 15.15. It is a similar one.